So I want to talk about energies. And when you go through a spiritual healing process or a traditional healing process through therapy or self-help or whatever it is, you usually stumble across the fact that there's things that need to be cleared out. So in therapy, it's like past childhood traumas need to be cleared out. But spiritually, sometimes energies need to be cleared out. So everything is energy. So if you're not spiritual, you can just look at it from a science perspective, that everything is built up atoms of energy. But what happens is energy attaches to you. Sometimes you let that energy in willingly. You create a bond with somebody, a connection, family, friends, work colleagues, a relationship. And other times you unwillingly accept that energy in the sense that you've let it in, but you're not kind of conscious that you've let it in. And in the body and the mind, it can kind of carry on festering past the point when you think that something is done or over. So on my spiritual healing journey, I'm at the point now where I'm noticing that other people's energy is still around me and still attached to me in some way. So, for example, if somebody has a real hold on you, if you are constantly thinking about a person, maybe romantically, you can't get that person out of your head, or somebody at work just drives you insane and you come home and you often talk about that person to family, friends, your partner, and you just can't seem to get over how passionate you feel about that person, good or bad, that is creating an energetic connection. And what happens is people can create energetic pulls to you as well. So often if you've thought about somebody randomly in your head that you haven't thought about for a while, or this happens more continuously, or you start to get a lot of reoccurring dreams about a person, that is because either you still have an energetic tie to that person that you're investing in, but also they could be pulling on your energetic field as well. They could be pulling on your energy. So when you want to move on from the past, this is kind of why people pop back up into your life in some ways, because they are still energetically tied to you, even if physically they are not tied to you. We are currently in a Mercury retrograde, which for people who are not into spiritual stuff are just like, what the fuck does that mean? So we entered a Mercury retrograde on July 17th, and it is here till August 12th, I believe. And what that means is that a Mercury retrograde is a clearing out of old things, places, people. It's a chance for you to kind of exonerate your past ghosts. So during this time, a lot of people's exes kind of pop up and communicate with them. Things that no longer aligned with them kind of fall away. For me, I lost my car in the Mercury retrograde. But it's a really good opportunity to try and clear out your old energies, because you don't realise that you carry a lot of things. Particularly nostalgia is a very powerful emotion and sensation. And so we kind of still hold little candles for people. This could be friends from your past. This could be somebody you knew at work many years ago. It could be a romantic connection. But you're still allowing that energy to thrive, and sometimes they can pick up on it and they can also encourage it. So for me, I'm doing a lot of chakra work at the moment. I'm working through all the chakra points and trying to clear out old energy, because things that no longer serve me have to go. Harsh as that sounds, but I just thought it was interesting to talk about energies with you guys, because if you ever feel like you have somebody you can't get off your mind, you might actually be sending them unconscious signals. So just be aware of that. They might not be conscious about it, but they might suddenly have dreams or thoughts of that person and just think, oh, that's really weird. I haven't spoken to that person in 10 years, but they just keep coming up in dreams at the moment. Maybe because they're also thinking about you, but also you can feel an energetic pull of somebody else. but you can create energetic fields that kind of draw people in and you don't really realize. So if you're obsessively thinking about somebody or a situation, work, whatever, you might be creating some energetic energy, some kind of field energy, bringing them more into that awareness.